What he did for the city and the start of the franchise still carries on. It was this cute little expansion franchise, didn't win all that many games, but he was amazing.
From their birth in 1976, Steve Largent gave the Seattle Seahawks an identity.
Largent with another circus cat to get the ball anywhere near him, and he hangs on to it.
When he retired in 1989, Largent had amassed more catches for more yards and more touchdowns than any receiver in history.
Pro Football Hall of Famer from Seattle, Steve Largent.
Yet when he was growing up in Oklahoma, the founding father of the Seahawks began life without a father of his own.
My story, like so many others, is a story of people who believed in me against all the evidence. Their influence filled a hollowness in my own life I could not explain or even understand.
When I was 6 years old, my parents were divorced and my dad left. I basically never saw him again. He was just gone. It's devastating to come out of that kind of situation. I can just remember many times crying myself to sleep. There it is. It's been a long time. My dad leaving definitely sculpted my life in that it created a very insecure kid in me.
I think I still probably don't totally understand what that's like. There were only 2 times that he saw his dad until he was playing professional football. After Kyle was born, Steve said to me, "I can't believe my dad could walk out on me."
It went from bad to worse. My mom remarried, and her next husband, my stepfather, was a chronic alcoholic. There were occasions when, to my mom, it got physical. I was about a sophomore and my mom came crying in tears. She said, "Help me, tell me what I should do." And I'm thinking, I'm 15 years old. I don't know what the heck you should do.
When a child grows up today without a father, there's an empty place where someone must stand. If no one takes that place, a child can live in a shadow all their lives.
I was always looking for a father figure. I wouldn't have known it, but I know that now, that that's what I was looking for. Those guys in my life were my coaches. I was driven by the accolades that I got from the football field.
Nobody lavished Largent with more praise than his offensive coordinator at the University of Tulsa. Jerry Rome ignored Largent's physical limitations and made him the focal point of his offense.
Junior and senior year, he caught 14 and 15 touchdown passes, led the nation. I touted him to everybody that came around, all the scouts. I got the best receiver in the country here. He was undersized, he wasn't fast. He was labeled as a slow white guy.
The Tulsa receiver's 4.6 40 time was too slow for the NFL. In the 1976 draft, Largent slipped to the 4th round before being selected by the Houston Oilers.
I did not have a good training camp. The cornerbacks were just beating the tar out of the receivers. I was really struggling with that. And so at the end of 6 weeks, Bum Phillips called me into his office. All I heard was, "We're going to let you go now." And then it was blah, 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 blah. My whole world had gotten very confused. I felt pretty assured that I could make this team, and to learn otherwise was really crushing to me.
Largent's NFL career should have ended there, but Jerry Rome had landed a job with the expansion Seahawks and desperately needed a receiver.
Elvis, I'm gonna shoot you if you don't learn the routes.
Jerry pulled me aside. "Our receiver's coming in here. His name is Steve Largent." Oh, and you could just see his eyes light up. Jerry said, "Okay, hey, Steve, get in." And he called split right 76. He goes, just call it. He'll know what to do. Sure enough, Steve just went right to the adjustment. I threw him the ball. he dropped it.
He couldn't run. He dropped passes, ball hit him in the head. He was terrible. Everybody's looking at me laughing. I had coaches come over and go, "That's your boy, huh?" I said, "Steve, what's going on?" "That wasn't you." He goes, "Jerry, I have not slept a wink in 9 days." He said, "You know my situation at home." He's supporting the family. He's raising his brothers. He says, "If I don't make it, we don't have any money." I says, "You've made the team."
17 days later, the Seahawks played the first game in franchise history.
Yesterday, Kingdom and Seattle played with the Seahawks in a long, successful tenure in the National Football League.
Steve didn't start. It's a guy named Don Clune. Largent came in during that game against St. Louis, throws himself out there, lay flat out. Hit the ground literally face first. All along, nobody really gave him a chance. You could not write it up any better.
Coming up.
Zorn rolling back to pass, now lots more deep for Largent. He makes the grab.
To have us sing, he was kind of excited about it.
Sings like a bird.
He was thinking that he was going to be pretty good at this.
Huh?